YouTube, what's going on? We're back with more Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is part 19 of the playthrough on expert difficulty. We're in the Yellow Harvest. We're just farming that area out, just to get our timing down. Just showcase the build a little bit, get it all put together. So, got the beginning stages of a crit build that I'm utilizing. It seems to be coming together really well. Again, this is very early game, so it's just something that seems to be clicking with me. So I'm just putting it out there for you guys to take a peek at, and hopefully it helps you out in the early game stages. So onwards and upwards, continue to push through the main campaign. You guys appreciate what you see here. As always, please feel free to turn on those notifications, sub to the channel, drop a like. Alright, so I'm just going to show my build here. I won't talk as much as I did last time. But the crux of the build, again, we'll start, is just going to be a crit build, so it's a critical hit rate build, so we're speccing into our critical hit rate. That's what our Pictos is built for. And then we are specced heavily into gaining AP within our Lumina. So our critical hit rate is nice, we've got a little bit of survivability, and then we've got lots of speed, so more turns, more damage, more critical, hit rates. We're gonna try to synergize that. We've got a bunch of stuff in here that synergizes well with critical hit rate, and it goes equally for each of the party members. Vitality, luck, and agility. Those are the trifecta that we're specking into. Not everyone's spec into defense and might, but those are the three that we're synergizing with, at least for this early onset. As you can see here from my Pictos, I'm running Breaker, Critical Moment, and Dead Energy currently. Augmented attack, augmented counter, energizing start, 1, 2, and 3. That's pretty much what you'll see for the whole party build. I'm currently running the Lance Ram. We'll switch over to the Glutaram when we get out of here. I think it heals most of the enemies in this area, so I'm not using it in this area. So we've got the Lance Ram equipped currently. And as you can see, none of my weapons have any attributes that go with them, unfortunately. Nothing yet. So the Pictos again. So again, what we're using to synergize the build is this critical hit rate. So all of the Pictos have a passive trait with it, and I'm using the best critical hit rate ones that I can find to synergize with my critical hit rate there. As you can see with critical hit moment, 50% increased critical hit chance if health is below 30%. So my health is a little bit low. Boom, I get an extra 50% critical hit chance on top of my critical hit, my critical hit rate. So that's a nice synergy to have there, and just increase break damage and 3 AP on killing an enemy. So good synergies there. We'll skip over to the Lumina so you can see them. So 50% increased base damage attack. That's a good one to have. Increased counter attack, also a good one. Energizing starts. And then when it comes to my skills, again, restack that AP so we can unleash Strike Storm. Again, critical hits generate 2 additional charges. So every time we get a critical hit rate, and again, ties in nicely with everything that I was just showing you. The critical hit rate, we're at low health, we get critical hit rate. The more critical hit chance we have, the more charges we can build quickly. And then the quickly we can build that, the quicker we can let off our overcharge to just absolutely smash enemies. So again, I got Lumiere Assault. That does the same thing. It gives me an additional charge back on critical hits. You get 5 hits out of that. Again, it's just a lower AP, so it's kind of nice to have. You just don't get as many charges. And then we've got From Fire. Again, gives me 3 hits. And then it... if the target's burning, I get a little bit of heal back. Marking shot, just in case I've got some aim, it'll mark them, which synergizes well with a couple of Meow's skills. Shatter, very nice at damage to all. If I break, I get immediately full charge. So if somebody's on the verge of breaking and I shoot this off, boom, I get an immediate full charge, so that I can unleash my overcharge. Lots of good synergies within there with the skill tree that we currently have for this early game. Now we're running the Sekaram. It's our highest hit damage attack, and again switches to virtual stance when breaking enemy shield. So if they got a shield and I break it, I immediately move to virtual stance, which is the additional 200% attack damage, which is absolutely crazy. We'll just keep working our way into that. Again, you can't really see the Pictos, but we've got the Powerful Revive, Death Bomb, and Attack Lifesteal. followed by Augmented Attack, Augmented Canter, and then 1, 2, and 3 of the energizing starts. The AP. Again, as you can see, it's speccing into the critical hit rate. We get that at 39%. You know, recover 50% on base stack. It doesn't matter on death. As you see, I was dying in the last set there, so I did take advantage of this, and I was able to get a powerful applied too. So it does come in handy. Again, you'd say these are kind of useless. I would definitely be swapping these out if I get something better on the critical hit rate percentages. But again, it synergizes nicely because you've got the speeds and the health in there, which is exactly what we're using our attributes for. So again, critical hit rate, vitality, agility, and luck. Luck is the critical hit rate, expecting into that. And Lumina, same thing as Gustav, Augmented Counter, Augmented Cat for the 50% increased base damage. The 3 energizing starts again for the AP on battle start. And we'll continue to you know, stockpile the available Luminos that we have to us as we level up. When it comes to her skills, I really like Meow. She's so fun to use. We've got the Fencer's Fury to deal damage to everybody. We've got our Spark and our Swift Stride, which are really nice. The supplies burn, and then once they're burning, I hit them with this, and it switches me to Virtual Stance, and then this allows me to deal, you know, better damage on them. So, you know, 200% damage on my Virtual Stance, and I can switch to my Fluoret Fury and just absolutely destroy them. So this deals high. It's my highest damaging attack, at least currently. The Pierce deals medium damage. If they're marked, it would switch me. This also switches me to Virtual Stance if they're marked, and then Breaking Rules. Every shield I destroy gives me AP in battle, so this is nice when the enemy has the shields equipped. And again, that stacks nicely with the Sekiram's weapon ability. Switch to Virtual Stance on breaking a shield. So again, the more we can stay in Virtual Stance to apply that 200% damage, the better off we'll be. So again, it's just a medium attack. Shield break, that's my bomb right there. Damage to all. And then my synergistic ones to try and get me into a Virtual Stance as quick as possible to hit them with the Fluoret Fury on my attack synergies. So I didn't do the skill trees. I'm not too sure. I'm at 7, trying to get to 10, trying to get to the Sword Ballet. And we're just trying to get into learning the ones that deal the most amount of damage and burn to targets for synergistic measures. But this is the one we're after next, and then we'll just keep working our way through the tree. I didn't do Gustav's tree. Again, we're just stacking skill points for him. We've learned all of them, so I'm assuming these will unlock for us at a certain point, so there's not much there. I did her skill tree. We've gone through all the weapons. We've gone through her weapons, her skills, her abilities. And I'm not going to go over CL because we're not using her. When it comes to Lune, again, it's the same deal. Attributes, vitality, luck, and agility. Get that critical hit rate up. So we can just take advantage of some damage. Speed, more turns, equals more damage. Vitality for our survivability. I'm running the Potierum. Healing skills generate an additional light stain, so that's good. The more stains we can generate, the faster we can get our mayhem off. And I use Lune as my healer, as you can see with the rebirth and the healing light skills at the bottom. So energizing break, augmented counter, augmented aim are my Pictos, followed by augmented attack, dead energy, energizing start 1, 2, and 3, and the staggering attack. Let's switch it up a little bit. So again, it's all about the critical hit rates to get this up. Synergize is nice with a couple of speed and some health, which we're already using in our attributes. So again, 3 IP on breaking, 25% increase counter attack damage. That's really nice, and the augmented aim, 50% increased free aim damage. A little bit, always nice to have. Comes to our Lumina. Again, I went over it. The energizing starts, which is the AP right off the rip. Staggering attack, 50% increased break damage on base attack. And then energy, 3 AP on killing an enemy. So that's, yeah, that's all of it in there. Actually, we've got our skill tree. Oh, we are at 6, so this is nice. So we can actually, we're actually going to get the Oh, I'll activate a reset point. We will learn that the next time we rest, so we'll be able to have regain and replacement for the healing light. So that's coming down the pipe the next time. Well, I can just turn around and do that, but that's what I'll have there. Rebirth, obviously to keep us alive. Mayhem is our heavy damage dealer, consumes all of them to break, so that's what we're trying to gear up to. Thunderfall, again, critical hits. That trigger an additional hit. So that's fantastic. So the more times you can, generate critical hits, the more it'll hit the enemy, and it's just random hits. So as long as we can get that up, we can just really fire them, and it deals medium lightning damage to all random enemies. Even though it's random, it kind of sucks. At least when there's one target, though, it'll hit them for a lot. And then we've got a wildfire to hit all enemies as well. And with the burn, it works well with thermal transfer because I get more AP back. If I need to start stacking AP, if they're on fire, I hit them with the thermal transfer. Boom, I get, for 2 hits, gives me 4 AP. So I get something back. If I've got 2 green stacks, I immediately play again. And I've been able to generate the green stacks just because of the rainbow arcs, I believe, that I'm using. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, skill tree. I went over that. Gone over that. Mayhem. The weapons, we went over that. Yeah, that's my build. As it stands right now. The 3 that I'm using. There's a boss over this way. Let's just quickly head over to this side. Generate them charges.
Blade cut through the blade.
It's a thing of beauty.
Finesse and grace.
Broke him.
flow.
This and precision.
Precision. Precision is right. Precision is right. What is around here?
Expedition 38, Genevieve.
Genevieve.
We buried Patrick near the lake, so he could be close to water. I know he really missed the aqua farm and his floating gardens. Pierre Obscur thinks it's a waste of time to update these journals, but I find it strangely comforting. I suppose at its core, it's a record that we existed, that we still exist. The Gommage is coming, but I feel at peace. Just the two of us, but we managed to carve out a tiny sliver of a life of our own. I should feel guilty, maybe, for abandoning the mission, but I don't. I'm just glad that when tomorrow comes, it'll be Pierre Obscur at my side. Until the end.
Who's this? Who do we have here? Autodesk. Kill cell. On battle start. That's a crazy Pictos right there.
For those who come after.
今の子Sulinima kubariko femikola Monoseko
Sick, thanks, buddy. Oh, and we just did that. Like a bunch of morons there. Wildfire.
Cut through the flames.
A storm is coming.
Beautiful. Yeah, we just gotta take out that boss.
Cut through the flames.
You guys get him. Oh, gotta love it. Yeah, where did you come from? Because we were already down there. Alright, we're getting the feel for this.
Blade cut through the flames.
See you later. Up to the tower again. We can take this guy down. Fucking dusty. Oh, fuck yeah. Get out of here. I got you figured out. Yeah, the question is, how do we get him behind that? Maybe it's behind that person? You know what I mean? Bon. Damn. Almost had it. Five hits. We don't need all three. More than enough.
Lightning. Strike.
Oh. Beautiful. That's what we talking about. There's no footstools there.
Blade cut through the blades.
Hurt him.
Okay.
It's over.
Dancing grace.
A storm is coming.
Devastating. Thing of beauty. Hmm.
Let's dance.
Let's dance. Oh, you fucked up now. Yes.
Parry it.
Oh.
Hit big.
Brilliant light. Here.
Bastard.
Grace.
Gotta maximize the damage output. Nine, we got one more there. 3, can't do shit. 2. I don't even know what we're trying to do right now. I don't walk on them all. Lowest the highest. Alright, full loop. Yellow harvest right there. Full loop of yellow harvest.